The night had fallen upon Blackwood like a shroud. The once bustling town was now still, shrouded in an almost unnatural darkness. The gaslights flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced and twisted along the empty cobblestone streets. An unsettling silence hung in the air, broken only by the distant howling of dogs. Looming over the town like a watchful gargoyle was Blackwood Manor. Its Victorian grandeur had faded with time, leaving behind an air of melancholy and decay. It was in this chilling silence that Detective Aaron Cole found himself standing at the manor's doorstep. His breath plumed out in the cold night air as he stared at the imposing structure. The house seemed to emanate an aura of forgotten secrets and lurking shadows. It whispered tales of a time long past, of elegance and grandeur now lost to the relentless grip of time. He could almost feel the weight of countless hours etched into its very walls.
Evelyn Harper was a woman consumed by fear. Her eyes, wide and frantic, darted around the room as she spoke. Her voice, usually calm and melodic, now trembled with barely suppressed panic. She clutched a handkerchief, twisting it between her fingers as she relayed the events of the past few hours. Her husband, Daniel, had vanished. He was right here, she insisted, pointing to a vacant armchair by the fireplace, reading a book, as he always does. The grandfather clock chimed midnight, and then he was gone. Her words tumbled out in a rush, punctuated by gasps for air. There was no sound, no struggle. He simply vanished.
Aaron Cole, a man of logic and reason, found himself battling a wave of skepticism. He had built his reputation on solving mysteries, but this case reeked of the supernatural, a realm he usually dismissed. His instincts screamed at him to turn away, to label it a hoax, and walk away. Yet there was a raw desperation in Evelyn's eyes, a genuine fear that he couldn't ignore. He scanned the room, his gaze sweeping over the plush furniture, the richly bound books lining the shelves, the ornate grandfather clock standing sentinel against the wall. Everything seemed to be in order. There was no sign of a struggle, no forced entry, no indication of anything amiss. Except for the missing husband, of course.
As Aaron delved deeper into the investigation, he began to notice a series of unsettling anomalies. The grandfather clock in the living room was frozen, its hands stuck at the stroke of midnight. All the clocks in the house, he soon discovered, were the same. Time, it seemed, had stopped within the walls of Blackwood Manor. Even more disturbing were the shadows he kept seeing in the mirrors, fleeting glimpses of movement that vanished as quickly as they appeared. He began to question his sanity, wondering if the lack of sleep and the oppressive atmosphere of the house were playing tricks on his mind.
Section 5. The Time Eater.
In the manor's dusty attic, Aaron stumbled upon a hidden room. Inside, amidst stacks of books and scientific equipment, he found a journal.
The journal belonged to Dr. Edgar Thorne, the original owner of Blackwood Manor, a man obsessed with manipulating the very fabric of time.
The entries detailed a dangerous experiment, an attempt to create a pocket dimension, a place where time stood still.
The experiment, it became horrifyingly clear, had gone terribly wrong. Instead of creating a pocket dimension, Dr. Thorne had ripped a hole in time itself, creating a vanishing hour, a period between 11:59 p.m. and 12 a.m., where time ceased to exist within the confines of Blackwood Manor. Despite the growing dread in my gut, I felt an undeniable pull towards the mystery. I decided to stay in the house as the grandfather clock ticked closer to the dreaded hour. I wanted to see firsthand what happened at the stroke of midnight.
As the clock chimed 11 times, Aaron felt a cold shiver run down his spine, a sense of being watched. And then he saw him, a fleeting, translucent figure standing in the shadows. It was Daniel Harper, his face contorted in a silent scream. Before Aaron could react, a wave of dizziness washed over him, and the world dissolved into a dizzying swirl of shadows.
I found myself in a shadowy realm, a distorted reflection of Blackwood Manor, where time seemed to flow like water.
Daniel Harper was there, along with a multitude of other lost souls, all trapped within the vanishing hour, their forms flickering like dying embers.
Dr. Thorne's clock acts as a conduit, trapping us in this timeless void. The only way to escape is to destroy the clock, to seal the rift and restore the natural order of time.
A cold, calculating voice echoed through the shadowy realm. Evelyn Harper stepped out from behind a distorted grandfather clock, her face now twisted into a grotesque mockery of its former beauty. I revealed my true nature, a creature born from the rift in time. I feed off the energy of trapped souls, growing stronger with each passing hour.
Destroying the clock would collapse the vanishing hour, dragging all those trapped within, including you, into oblivion. It's a gamble, a choice between saving yourself and condemning the lost souls to an eternity of limbo.
Aaron stared at the distorted clock face, its hands frozen in their perpetual dance. He was faced with an impossible choice. His logical mind screamed at him to save himself, to escape this temporal prison while he still could. Yet, the sight of the lost souls, their faces etched with eternal despair, stirred something deep within him.
With a roar of defiance, I lunged forward, smashing the clock face with my bare fist.
The shadowy realm shuddered violently, the air crackling with energy. The lost souls cried out as they were pulled towards a blinding light. As darkness enveloped him, Aaron felt a strange sense of peace. He had made his choice, and the price of time, it turned out, was everything. Back in the real world, the grandfather clock in Blackwood Manor chimed 12 times, the sound echoing through the empty house. The vanishing hour was over, the loop reset. But Detective Aaron Cole was gone, lost to the annals of time, his sacrifice unknown and unappreciated. The manor stood silent, a tomb for forgotten secrets and the echoes of a timeless mystery.